Let's go straight to our final conversation. A projection by traders that the Dangote Refinery's mega operations could soon shake up regional fuel markets could finally come to pass. Neighbouring West African countries have begun moves to import refined petroleum products from the refinery. The chairman of the NPA, Ghana, who spoke at the OTL Africa Downstream Oil Conference in Lagos, said importing from Nigeria rather than Europe will reduce prices of other goods and services by removing freight costs. He explained that expensive exports from Europe, which costs the country about $400 million monthly, will be slashed. Other African countries have also started negotiations with the refinery. Tony, Dangote is set to shake up regional fuel markets in Africa. What are your thoughts on that one?
I'm happy for him because he's a businessman. He's a businessman. And Nigerians are only interested because they thought with the establishment and going into full operation, that things will change, buying petroleum and all that. But then since they went into operation, nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed.
So,
but fingers crossed.
I think, but till then.
Yeah, till then.
For now. So going into, he's a businessman. He needs to make money. That investment is huge. And you don't expect Nigerians to. And you can see the drama, oil marketers, we're not going to buy from you, we go abroad, we import. And they've been able to settle it, but we are yet to see any difference so far. I don't know why Dangote Refinery should be a problem. Just like any business, my business. I know the government share in it, the government involvement and all that, but this is a private, because we have failed to do the needful. We waited for Dangote to build his own refinery while we watch our own go down. Not just watching. Each year, money is funding, huge, investment is being made for the so-called turnaround maintenance of our refineries, especially that Port Harcourt. This year, since 2023 till now, the managing director, GMD of NPC, has shifted the date for the commencement of operation six times.
Yeah, 6 times.
For me, that is where I should look at, because that is the one that belongs to Nigeria. Not what Dangote wants to do with it. It's his own refinery. I'm sure he's frustrated right now because everybody think once Dangote goes into full swing, price of fuel will go down to 100 naira. It will happen. I've said it many times. It can happen. We should focus. How many refineries do you have in Nigeria? Which of them is working? And their staffs have been paid every day. Why is it that till now nobody has been able to summon the group? The National Assembly have not been able to summon the group managing director of NPC to say, please sit down. Please tell us. Give us statistics. Give us dates. Give us, because we have spent money. If you want to revive your business, for instance, or you're floating a business, and whoever you're paying to do it for you, to give you a result, is telling you, okay, no, we can't, you get it in December. No, by January you're not seeing it. How would you feel? We take things for granted in this country. We are spending heavily on this refinery. So why are we not getting
loans?
Yeah, so why are we not getting results? Let Dangote be. For me, that is my priority. Because it's even in the plan. Definitely, we export his fuel. We can't buy it alone. If he wants to make his money, we are seeing the investment, but there are some loans tied to it.
Exactly.
And he needs to pay back as time goes on. So he needs to, start operation immediately, no matter where he's getting his money from. We should do the right thing as a country.
What are your thoughts here? Will Nigeria reap the benefits of Dangote Refinery products in the area of lower price of petrol? Because Ghana is about to reap, the 400,000 slashed to 200,000.
Dangote is a private firm.
200 billion?
Yes. I'm telling you first. Don't think of there will be reduction in the prices of fuel in the market. Boss is a businessman.
Sure.
That's what you should know. So if there's anybody that wants to crash the price of fuel using the word maybe tactical subsidy or whatever subsidy they want to do. You understand? It should be the federal government using its own refineries.
Exactly.
You understand? So it shouldn't be Dangote. Because what the government has been able to do for Dangote now is, rather than you sourcing for dollars somewhere to come and buy crude, just do it in Naira. You know? But don't forget, now that Dangote is selling to Ghana and is also thinking of going to South Africa, Angola and Co, and Namibia and Co, he's going to be collecting dollars for himself. So Nigerians should know that he's a businessman. So whatever is going to earn is going straight to his pocket. He will help us. Right now, I think he's doing about 27% for us supply, you know, in terms of petrol, you know. But what we need now is for us to see how our refineries can work. Can it work? I think the NNPC GMD or the CEO or whatever his new title is has to come out to tell us. You know, he has been changing dates. I think Nigerians are even tired of even hearing the dates.
They're not even tired. They're not interested.
So it's for him to now tell us if there's any possibility of any of the 4 refineries working. We've been spending money. The last time I was thinking that one of them will even start working. December was even the target date.
Yes, yes.
Know? But eventually it didn't work. Is there something that is where I think our leaders have to also come out? The president has to come out to begin to ask questions. Let us even hear what is happening to the refinery. Is this something we just sell off, or is this something we discard and then look for who is going to buy the pieces and do other things? You understand? Or what do we really need to do? Because we can't be spending money on that refinery, which we know that it will never start working. That refinery, you know, there are 2 refineries in Port Harcourt. The old one and the new. The old one is since 1965. The new one since 1989. So that one now is the one that everybody is looking at. So are there things, are there components that we need, that they need to buy?
And even upstream, can it even serve?
Serve. That's another thing. Can it serve Nigerians? Because Dangote is saying he needs about 650,000. But that particular refinery is just 150,000. So it means that maybe it's just Port Harcourt alone that he'll be serving by the time they start refining.
Because you can't even serve the entire Niger Delta.
The money being injected.
You understand? So the government needs to sit this man down. I thank God they now have a media team. Because Nigerians will keep asking. Because at some point, if the price of petrol should go up, the media team of the president, they will have headache. Because Nigerians will keep asking, what is the problem?
Behind it,
What is the problem? So now I feel that the likes of Sunday Dare, Daniel Bwala, and Bayo Ononuga, let them sit down now, prepare the books on how they will be able to answer Nigerians when prices go up. Because right now, I think there's a minimal change in the price of petrol.
Yeah, the last time I think
there's a minimal change, just minimal. You might not know.
Just a little.
There's a minimal change.
Like 10 naira.
10 naira or 5 in some places. Yes. So, but once it goes to 100 naira,
that's when
you know that Nigerians will shout. Now Nigerians are not really feeling it because it's just minimal.
Yes.
But by the time they drop it down, maybe to 900 or to 800,
that's when exactly.
That is when I feel that
will make more impact.
It will make impact, a lot of impact.
That's what Nigerians
so that is what we are waiting for. Dangote is just doing his business. He will keep doing his business.
But some will say he's a Nigerian first before a businessman.
Do you think Dangote is sleeping? Do you think the man is sleeping? The last time I saw him, he was already grey.
Yeah.
So it's not easy because he's thinking, how do I pay back my loans? How do I do this? How do I do that? So he has to pay back. There's a lot of pressure. There's a pressure from IPMAN. There's a pressure from federal government. There's a pressure from Nigerians. He will not. He has family. So there's pressure from family. So you understand. But for now, yes, he's a Nigerian. It is even the Nigerian in him that is even making him to sit down to look at how he can help us, so that Nigerians don't feel the pain that we are feeling now. Because if you try to be another person, you say, well, I don't know how you want to do it. It's not my business. It's 2,000 that I want to sell per liter. What will you do?
Tony, The last time we heard, what we heard concerning Dangote and Ipman, they said they've agreed on 60 million litres weekly. Are you hopeful that by the time they finish negotiations, this issue of price will be favorable to Nigeria?
No, don't say I'm hopeful, and they are.
You're in Nigeria.
Yes, on behalf of Nigerians, majority of us are hopeful. I'm praying that to come down, at least come down to that a reasonable, even if it's 800. I know it's still high, but compared to what we're buying today, what we have now, exactly. It will excite them. Negotiating with Dangote, Dangote is, as we said before, he's been a businessman for a long time, and before the refinery, we have the Dangote cement and all that, and then he doesn't joke with price. He doesn't joke with price. There's a limit. He will move on. Just he's moving now. He has moved. Let us tell you about West Africa. He's moving into Africa now. He has moved. That figure, I don't know. Maybe there's something the government is doing behind the curtains that we're not aware of. But I just pray whatever they are doing, they should look at that issue. Nigerians need to benefit from having a Dangote refinery, taking our crude and refining here. It's no longer taking the crude away and refining and bringing. I mean, it should reflect in the price of petroleum products, because right now everybody uses fuel. Exactly. Gone are those days, it's for car owners. No, everybody uses petrol right owners, now.
If you're driving a V6, a V8,
no, don't even go there. By now you should be thinking of selling. Because, so just you can imagine. So we're praying for it. If citizens was there, say, you're bringing prayer again. But you have to pray. I told him last time.
This is not about prayer.
I told him, I told him, I said, we still, I mean, you can't resign to. I mean, still, occasionally, you look at the face of God and say, please, intervene in this case. Yes. Because it's biting hard.
It's biting hard.
Seriously.
Really, it is biting hard. And on that note, I want to say thank you. Appreciate you as always
for
your analysis.